All right, hello everyone. Today we're looking at another analyzing of viewer gameplay. We're going to be looking at Ready or Not. Also, if you like to submit a Door Kickers 2 video as well for analysis, it's something else you can do. Generally speaking, it's mostly any tactical shooting game. I just got to kind of know the mechanics a little bit of it. But anyway, if you do want to participate, you can click on any video that says reach 1,000 subs or 1,000 sub viewer challenge. Either of these two videos are acceptable. If you really feel like you have to, you can still post something on the analyzing videos themselves. It's just I'm a little less likely to see them, so make sure you are posting on. If there's a thumbnail that says 1,000 on it, then that's the one that you want to post. There's also the description of what I want you to do. So like turning on your helmet cams and making sure like names are turned on and telling me if it's hard mode or whatever, and maybe telling me your loadout, all those good things. This so it makes it a little bit easier for the viewing experience, and I know what I'm watching. So anyway, the next person we will be looking at is I'm Bad at Gaming, Kerfluffin' with the boys. He requested that I look at this one, which I obviously took a little sneak peek of, but I don't remember at all. So this is the one we're going to be looking at. All right, let me just get straight into this. Let me make sure the audio is working, of course. There we go. All right. So he's loaded into the thing. Let's just do a little skipping. Okay, he's going to give us a little preview. Nice. We can see all the other stuff he's done. Kind of curious. This one. Take a little sneak peek. See my viewers. Hard mode. Standard A+. Nice. Good stuff. Ooh, USP, nice. All right, so obviously a console player, 3 megs, primary, 2 JHP in the USP, I like that, 5 flash, 1 C2, wedge, and taser with a mirror gun and ceramic, faceplate mask, and goggles. Arrests optional, nice. I love the preset titles, they're really funny. All right, so let's just, I'm just going to like skim through this a little bit. Sure we're not, yep, you see all that. All right. So I guess this is a solo mission, no AI. Generally speaking, I do like to see team play, but. All right, so he's got, is that green or is that gray or white? I don't even know. Okay, looking over there, he doesn't have a laser pointer. Instinctual shooting, ADS zoom. Okay, interesting. Wedging the front door. Okay. Checking eyes on the ground. Okay, so yeah, I like this technique. He is using the mirror gun to look around corners. Safe spot because he's secured in the start of the mission. Also a good time to use mirror guns. Encouraged to. Being careful. Turning on this light, I feel like you could wait a little bit and stop shouting, because you don't want to alert them. And then there's already a civilian prisoner, right? So like, you always want to try to minimize shouting because it can increase the progression of things, but move back up a little bit so your light can put in some more work. There's suspects. It sounds like there's a bunch of hostages already. Holy moly. All right, let's make sure everything's checking the audio again. Wedging the door that is seemingly unwedgeable if it was in real life because it's just like floating. But anyway. Okay, going good. Let's speed this up a little bit. Let me just try to make sure I can speed up with my spacebar. All right, so he's going to mirror gun the front. Move that. Nope, not move it. A little bit of indecision. Okay, now he's pieing out here. This is a tricky thing. Honestly, you have good visibility in like gamma. Oh, he's breathing already. Wow.
Raise your hands now.
Whenever you flash your light in, whenever you flash your flashlight, how do you say that? Whenever you direct your flashlight into any location, just know that they're going to be aware of your presence immediately. And I didn't really notice how much of a difference it made. Tracking this is always a little deadly, I'll be honest. You don't have much of an advantage when you're trying to clear through the window. This is very tricky.
Drop it and put your hands up.
Nice. Good stuff, good stuff. He seems very meticulous, or not meticulous,
LSPD.
very, what would you say?
Arms outstretched.
There's no reason to kick a door. It just adds more noise to let everybody know where you were at.
Hands up. Don't move.
The only reason why you'd ever kick a door, by the way, is if there's a suspect immediately on the other side and you know that they're on the other side, and then you would kick it so they get stunned. That's it. Only reason why you'd ever kick a door. Unless you're impatient.
Drop the gun.
So this, I would not go into the door. I would be staying outside. But then again, it's just as dangerous going inside than it is outside, simply because you're in a big, dangerous stairwell where a lot of, bad lanes of fire are. Being a little bit, because a suspect could be over here and shoot you. I'm glad you didn't enter the room too much, at least. So that's something.
I want to see
But
those hands.
it is a one-man clear, so you have to sacrifice certain things whenever you are
Put your
doing
hands
stuff like
up
this.
and get down. Officers are outside. Go.
He is canting his aim. That's very interesting. He does prefer the flashlight as well. But once that attachment update ever comes out. So here, I would not be shouting in the center stairwell where there's a lane of fire here, a lane of fire here, and downstairs where they can, they usually are pretty aggressive on this map. They will run up here like wild people. As well as even from above, they can shoot you. So I would minimize being in this location for too long. Just try to get in here and out.
Police, stay where you are.
Because this is just you're just waiting for someone to walk out and engage you,
And don't move.
and just have a huge disadvantage. Oh.
Get down.
Nice. Takes your time. You don't need to rush to take the headshot. You can absolutely take your time. Ignoring the civilian, good stuff. He saw somebody on a target, I think, through that doorway. Crouching. Oh, is he teching? Oh, wow. He's not even crouching. He's just free leaning down. That's interesting. I love by the way, a lot of people don't really do this, but when you free lean and crouch down, essentially, without actually crouching per se, it allows you to get really good angles when you're throwing flashbangs into rooms. It just gives you a really nice different type of pace of angle, so it's not going to be thrown through a doorway and thrown super further in. It's really nice to kind of like limit its trajectory to where you really want it to go. So doing that is actually really arguably high level in my opinion. A lot of people don't really do that. Taking out the USP with the flashlight, canted sight, I would pie this a little bit wider. It's hard because these are on the way, but I would go around the couches or the seats, whatever you want to call them,
Get down.
chairs, because being this close is really risky. And if a suspect comes through here, they're going to see you first. Actually, no, it's the same. It'd be even playing field, but we never want to be on an even playing field.
Don't move.
We always want to have advantage.
Put your hands up. Fuck this shit.
Turn him around. Check the right really quickly when you enter the door.
Hands where I can see them. What do you want?
Check your right, check your right, check your right. Go in there and check. Hang in here. The guy's just begging to be down the stairs or walk through and shoot you. Just be very diligent. I would try to close the door immediately. Check the room for the right. Make sure it's clear. Close the door. Then you can start working on the suspect. Good. And you go for the suspect. Just do it. Yeah. Okay, moving to exit. Ooh. So a lot of people don't know this and just don't do this, generally speaking. But moving to exit is good. But comes with a caveat. If there's a suspect in his path when they are going to the exit, they can be taken hostage. It has happened on occasion. Just something you should note. Also, they become physical barriers as well. So make sure when you are doing it, you're doing it in a safe manner to where you can let them go out and escape. Because sometimes they can block you really annoyingly. So just be careful whenever you're doing that kind of thing.
LSPD, don't move.
Okay, checking the window, trying to bash it open. It never works because ready or not. I would, if you were doing this with a... Here, okay, so... quick. Or did I skip forward or backwards? Whoops. whenever you are looking through a thing that's close to you, using a pistol is acceptable. It's not going to be the best, but it's going to be something. Because if you do something like that while you're getting shot at, big disadvantage. It's super minute things, and this is, as I said, pretty niche, but it's still, it's helpful. Seems to be chilling. I'm just going to speed this up.
I won't stay locked up long.
Okay. So, securing the area.
LSPD.
He didn't close the door behind him, which you usually do.
Officers are waiting outside.
Sometimes you don't have time. It's fair, but... Oh my god, there's a Reddit user.
Arms outstretched. Get back.
Entry team to top.
Yeah, that was very fast, but I think it was valuable. You have to check this room. It's pretty low probability there's going to be anybody in there, but there can be. This I would have. You could have taken a little bit wider. I think. But that was good that you took it fast, because sometimes if you have the disadvantage, doing something faster is sometimes better. Doing it slower is going to make it so, you know, you're more vulnerable for longer. But doing things faster can be very helpful. Okay, okay. Make sure you're watching above as well, the railing. Not sure if this is the top floor or the...
Stay back. Got a device here.
I've trained for this moment. The thrill of it all.
Okay, that guy's ready to die. Okay, C2. I'd probably do something similar.
Put your hands up and get down slowly.
Okay, flashing.
Put your hands up now.
He's using pistol.
Police,
Good shooting.
Stay where you are. Get down and don't move.
Very interesting how a lot of players will use canted aim now. Usually don't see it too often. Nice shooting.
Don't move.
Good, good, good. Allowing the dead bodies to not move.
Get down.
These are high level tactics.
LSPD, don't move.
Good, good, good. Closing the door. Make sure you look.
Get down.
Make sure you're facing your pistol at threats where they're potentially going to be. Stuff, good stuff. I can't tell if this is the top floor or the bottom. What is this tech? Interesting, interesting.
Put your hands where I can see them. Come get me then. I ain't scared.
Come get me then. All right.
Put the knife on the ground.
Wish granted. Oh no, he's not gonna take the shot.
Suspect down in needed Thames.
Wouldn't have been unauthorized. And as you labeled your, what did you label it? 841. You labeled it arrests optional. What number was it? 841, I think it was. Yeah. Okay. Flashing him.
The knife.
He is far away, so you probably will have to deal with him again.
Hands up.
I'll be honest, if I was there, it depends on if you're trying to get a good rank or not, but I would have taken the shot. Turning around from a distance. Okay, I love the tech. I love that he does that. Clicking in here, he's cleared. Doing chem lights is a nice thing to do, so you just kind of know where you've been. Checking that room a little bit better. I think he's cleared that. Going down here is a very scary death trap a lot of the time, but it's hard to go anywhere in here because it is just a very deadly area. He's going straight to the target. Turn him around. Turn him around. Good. Gotta check to the right just to make sure. Sometimes they can go on the outside, but
Good.
stuff, good stuff.
One in custody.
And this is one-man clearing, so it's a little bit harder to like... Every time you're one-man clearing, to be very clear, every time you do one-man clearing, you're always sacrificing something for something else. So you're always like, I'm going to clear this area and focus on this area, but I can't cover this area at the same time. It's just not possible. So that's why one-man clearing is really difficult and very painful. But you can try to do your best you can, but...
Better hope you never catch me outside, man.
Uh-oh. Don't let him outside. Don't let him outside.
Police, I want to see those hands.
Okay, good stuff. Oh, he's doing the lean tech.
Entry team to talk.
Officer down. We need Thames.
He sees the trap. I would ignore the trap right now and just check the other room. If I'm not mistaken, I saw it open.
Talk.
Is that open? That looks open. But I honestly can't tell. Always just try to like eliminate active threats. Neutral, like passive threats like this aren't as important right now. Okay, he's gonna peek on this one.
Put your hands up
I'll be honest, I couldn't tell if that door was open or closed.
and get down slowly.
Okay, good. Check the... I love that.
Put your hands up and
Okay. Even though he did
Get down
technically step
slowly.
past the... No, he technically didn't step past it. Sometimes the door can be open and there can be a trap on there. I love that he checked it. That is so... I love that. This guy seems very... I don't know what word. I'm trying to think of like a good word to describe it, but like he's very observant. He seems to like try to take his time, which I really, really like and like admire. Okay, door open. We know that the door to the left is cleared because you already closed that room. Closing this door would be good to re-engage it, but this is also fine. I wouldn't throw...
put your hands
Whenever you're going to throw something,
up now.
and this is important, he did do a good job here, but whenever you throw something, just get back a little bit into cover. You don't need to be exposed completely to through the door. I do like that when he is throwing it, he's not moving. Not like moving over here to the left to expose himself more. I like how he's staying put and not overexposing himself. Eek. This is a little scary. Make sure you are hiding before you go in.
Where you are.
He's going to be stunned for a little bit of time.
Don't move.
He did take a hostage though, so that is good.
Police.
Yeah, now you hear some active threats talking,
Got him.
or active suspects.
Police, get down.
Trailer standing by.
I'm going to close that door and just open it, and then you can get a better
PD, don't move.
angle into the room.
Get down and put your hands up. Put your hands where I can see them.
Okay, he's doing a little peeking. Ooh, okay, so this is I'll have to think about this. So
LSPD, don't move.
he knows there's somebody in there. He's speaking to him. I'm not going out like that.
Put your hands up.
There's a little peek. I like that.
Hands where I can see
And as I said, this is a single person doing this, so that's reasonable to do most of the time.
them.
Before you commit, this is a little bit scary of a committal because you're not looking behind you. So going in, do a little check here,
Hands where I can
returning back, move up to here, and then do another little check before you commit to the room.
put the knife on the ground. Hands up.
That is good. He's positioning himself in a good position to like defend himself.
Stay
He's
still and don't move.
covering this. He is going to go for the... Oh, no.
Raise your hands now.
Oh,
LSPD, don't move.
good, good. Oh, was that the right person? So,
Don't move. Your hands now.
is that the right person?
LSPD, don't move.
I don't see a weapon. I can't tell if...
Look at you. You get to wear handcuffs.
Look at you.
Suspect ready to go.
Never heard that voice line. I'll be honest, I didn't even notice if she had a weapon. I'm confused.
Raise your hands.
Is there 3 people in that bathroom?
Don't move. Raise your hands now.
Because it looks like that looks like her head. Okay, there's the shooter's leg. But then this head, I thought this was the girl's head. Who's like letting go, and then you see her skinny arm. It looks like she's holding a hostage or aiming with a pistol.
LSPD, don't move!
He takes a shot. There's this. There's no more hostiles, I think it said, right?
Look at you. You get to wear handcuffs. That's pretty cool. Suspect ready to go.
Yeah, so that's Order to Chaos. Oops, I'm going to turn on the volume. Man, arrow keys don't work sometimes. Yeah, so I want to see what's over there now. 2 suspects, okay, and then another one, okay.
Civilian ready to go.
I want to see in the bathroom. I think there's 3 in there. Yeah, there's 3. 2 guns. Huh.
Go to the exit.
So there was like a weird interaction where he got like pushed or whatever. That's very strange. Because I think I heard 3 hostage situations, but yeah, and then the rest is just civilian hunting. They said he got an A. Nice. Good stuff. So this was on standard. So okay, so let me just like skim through this quick.
Down and put your hands up!
So what would be the overarching lesson here? It's one-man CQB. Choose the lesson that you want.
Officers are out.
The lesson?
Don't move!
The takeaway maybe? Don't one-man clear.
Don't move! LSPD!
You'll never have the advantage. Pretty much ever. You'll always be at a disadvantage and it'll always be more difficult.
Slowly.
This he's very patient and I like it.
Don't move!
I think that's the takeaway. It's just be patient. And he is the thing. He's very patient and meticulous and he's taking his time. No rush.
They're down.
I think that was good. As for any mistakes or takeaways, let's see here. How can I forget them? Is there anyone? It's hard to say what's a mistake and what's not, because you have to be like hyper vigilant with everything that you do if you're playing one man.
Put your hands where I can see them.
Because like in situations like this, obviously you have to be like, oh, am I being covered by my team? Right? Is there any sightline that I'm not like I'm exposing myself to unnecessarily? Is my team like in sync? Are they covering this angle? Are they covering that angle? Where are they looking? And all that other stuff, and you know, all that normal stuff that we you know I've talked about more or less quite a lot. And individual mistakes for this would include like being in a vulnerable spot for too long, trying to get out of vulnerable spots very quickly. But to do that, you need to sacrifice a lot of safety to do so. Sometimes it involves entering a room. Sometimes it involves passing these windows. So like I would say never hang around here, generally speaking. But sometimes you can hang around here and do okay. But
Drop it and put your hands.
like it's a tricky thing. He definitely spent most of the time in the building, which is good for cover purposes. A lot of the time whenever you're going to the back area, it is difficult to find cover and you're always going to be at like a big disadvantage or like on even footing with your suspects, which you don't want to be. He's aiming where he should be. He's using some cool tech with like by crouching down to get those angles on the flashbangs correct. I really love that. I'm trying to think of something that's like it's just very nitpicky things. He seems very slow and meticulous with how he's doing things, which is good. Taking his time as you kind of should. Using his gadgets. I would say he's just doing things a little bit too slowly. He's doing, I think, mostly everything right. I'm sure there's nitpicks or whatever I can find, but mostly he's just doing everything right. I would just say he just needs to do a lot of those things just slightly faster, and there'd be a large improvement. But fundamentally, everything that he's doing here is pretty solid. I would minimize risking or like hanging around in the doorways for too long here. If you need to go somewhere, go there quick and efficiently. Like try to see as much as you can where you can, but then really spend that focus on really hauling as fast as you can to the next location, the next spot. Like here, like you see, okay, he's running around like crazy. There's a bomb. See to that. Pick it up. Super quick. Run away. Pop it now. Go in. You know, be flashing already. There could be a lot more speed to these processes, right? So I think that's really what's important here. Is just the speed at which things are going on. Because he is clearing things really well and pretty effectively. Checking that left corner a little bit better. Would you pie this slowly? Yes, I think you would. So pieing slowly and holding that lane of fire, lovely. Not overexposing, lovely, awesome. These shots were good, solid shots. Pacing his shots, not shooting too quickly. Like all that stuff is really, really good. That's a little bit where there was an issue where he's kind of overextending to the left. Without fully checking and clearing the outside.
LSPD, don't move.
And then checking in here, and then not closing that door soon enough. So like just speeding up the process of everything is what's important. Hanging in this doorway is really tricky. I would like clear things really quickly, like, oh, clear it to the left, because those are going to be where the threats are. Somebody from down there isn't going to be able to shoot you right away. It's great that he's doing that, right? But he's going to check it before he goes over, which is a really nice touch. Actually, really cool tech. I haven't really played this map enough to really know all these little tricks that he's doing. I'm not sure if you could explain it to me a bit more, but tying up this is obviously a risk. You don't want to do this when you're a single man. Always just focus on threats first and ignore civilians as well. Doing this is debatable, but it's functional. It works. I think it's okay to do. I don't necessarily see anything wrong with that per se. Once again, you don't need to tie those guys up. If you're going to tie them up, just close the doors behind you. Also, another thing is close the doors behind you. That would probably be a help. So takeaway, just you're doing everything generally speaking correctly most of the time. I can find some nitpicks, but a lot of the time you're doing well. Do things a little bit faster. Close doors behind you. Leave chem lights so you know where you've been. I think those are kind of like the big takeaways. Try to avoid being in spaces like this right now where you are for too long. Make sure you are like he's checking each location as he passes them, which is the best you can do as a single man. But yeah, as I said, those were really the takeaways for this one. But overall, I think this is a really good video. So yeah, I'm sure there's more nitpicky things I can kind of address. This was a weird thing. Is he out of flashes? One flash. Does he waste this flash? He does. He doesn't have any C2. Okay, huh. Yeah, maybe this is a silly thing to say, but instead of this standoff with the pistol, why not use a taser? Taser their arms is like, take your taser, shoot 2 tasers, and see what you can do. I'm not sure if that shot is necessary. Like, just swap it out really quickly. Taser, bang bang, swap back to your pistol. Shoots it, get a little more points. Yeah, I'm sure, as I said, I can probably find some more nitpicky things, but overall, I think the principles and the tactics were pretty solid, honestly. Yeah, like just like that, spot, boom, do it, you know? But yeah, that was pretty well done.
Everything's gonna be okay.
All right, if you guys want to have me review your video in Ready or Not or Door Kickers 2, I'd love for someone to do a Door Kickers 2. That'd be super awesome, but I don't think it's gonna happen. It's not a very popular game, I don't think, but I'm hard to say. But if you guys want to participate in this little challenge, just go to any of the videos I said with the 1000 number in the thumbnail. You can also do it on a lot of these videos that I do. I kind of check these, try to just do it on the either the I reach 1000 subscriber video or the one where I'm talking about the challenge. It'll be in the description of like what I kind of want you to do for certain things, just to kind of make it easier for the viewing experience. So like having your helmet cam on, having nameplates on, telling me what you're doing, what your loadout is, so I kind of know what's going on. If you have any mods, for example, usually I'm not a fan of mods to do it because I just don't know much about a lot of the mods, but just letting me know what's what and what's going on in the video and knowing all the little tiny things that are going on.
Put your hands up now.
Yes, that thing can be wired on occasion, which is hilarious. Not sure people know that. Oh, he does know it. Damn, credit right there. +1 cool factor because yeah, that puts your gauge, your cool gauge at 1 now because you just checked that. That was good. Anyway, that's it for the video. Thanks for watching and have a good day.
Taking care.
Nice.